Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be a video on this beautiful look that I have on today. A nice bronzy summery look. This is my favorite look to do. Looks good on every skin tone. Legit my favorite look of all times, and I wanted to share. I do my bronzy look with you guys. It's super simple to follow. It was just super easy, and I'm pretty sure everyone in their house have these colors at home. So if you guys want to see how I got this beautiful bronzy golden look, then just keep on watching. But before then, just make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be coming up with more content, and if you guys have any suggestions or any ideas or what looks you guys want me to do, just leave it in the links down below. Well, comment down below, and I hope you guys enjoy. Until next one, bye bye. So to get started, I'm gonna start with my lips, and I'm using the Fresh Sugar Hydrating Lip Balm in the flavor lemon. So now we're going to start with our eyes, and I'm priming my eyes with the Wet&Wild Photo Focus Concealer in medium tawny. And I'm going to buff in my concealer with the BH Cosmetics number 5. I'm going to make sure I buff everything out so everything is nice and seamless, a blank canvas for the eyes. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with our eyes. The first eyeshadow that I'm using is Chickadee by Makeup Geek, and the brush that I'm using is the Morphe R37 brush, and I'm applying this shadow above my crease as a transition shade. So now we're going to go ahead and deepen up the crease. I am using Oktoberfest by Coastal Scents, and the eyeshadow that I'm using is the M454 brush. This is such a beautiful burnt brown shade. I absolutely love it, and you will see a little bit I'm dancing because I just love the shade. So now I'm going back with the fluffy brush, the R37 brush, and I am blending the transition shade and the brown shade together. So we're going to go ahead and take that brown shade, and I'm going to pack it in first, then go ahead and blend it in a V kind of motion because I only want it in my outer corner. I don't want to take it all the way into the inner corner. I just want to deepen it only into the outer corner. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to our lids. And first, I'm going to spray with the Mario Badescu Orange Blast. Now that we have sprayed our brush, we're going to go ahead and start with the first shadow. It's Gold Digger by Makeup Geek. It's a beautiful champagne shade. I'm going to use this in the inner corner of my lid. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray my brush again, and I'm going to use Untamed, which is another beautiful shadow, but it's more into the, it has more orange rather than champagne, and I'm using that one and blending the Gold Digger and Untamed together. Now that I am satisfied with my look, we're going to go ahead and use a black pencil, and I'm going to put it in my waterline. I will not show this part because I look hella crazy doing it. But I like it because I'm not going to use a lashes today. I'm just going, mascara that I'm using is Trèstque. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but this is just a bomb ass mascara. So now we're gonna go ahead and move into the face. So for primer, I am using the Becca Ever Matte Poreless primer, and I'm only using it on my T-zone area because those are the areas that I get oily the most. Just a luminous, beautiful foundation. I think it's medium to buildable coverage. I did have to go a couple of, like, one or two times to kind of cover some marks that I had on my face. But overall, I just love the way this foundation looks on me. Now we're gonna apply concealer, and I'm using first to kind of lighten my under eyes. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Coverage in the color Walnut or 395. And underneath it, I'm going to put Wet and Wild Photo Focus Concealer in medium tanny. The medium tan is a little bit more my shade. I like it because it's a beautiful transition between my foundation and the concealer. So I'm also applying the concealer in my chin, down my nose, and my forehead, and in my cupid area. So I'm being very light-handed while applying this concealer because your under eye is a very delicate area. So you don't want to go super harsh while blending the concealer. So now we're going to go ahead and set our concealer, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty Banana Powder. It's just a beautiful powder. It brightens your under eyes and it makes you look awake. So I'm going now to set my face, and I'm using the same powder that I set my lid with. I'm going to set my face with. It is the Morphe Filter Effect, and again, the number filter 9 or the color filter 9. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this powder all over my face, taking away my baking and bringing some color back to my face. So now we're gonna snatch ourselves using the Wet n Wild contouring palette in caramel toffee. I love this palette. As you can see, it's used a lot. I already hit the pan. I just think this is just a beautiful cool tone brown. Now we're going to go ahead and move on into bronzer, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty Bronzer in the color, well, in the name Island Thing. And I'm using another dual fiber brush. This is a brush that I bought for a very long time. It's been like 3 years and I'm still using it, and it's still going strong. So I don't know exactly what brand or what number of brand it is. It's just a dual fiber brush that I use for my bronzer. Now I'm gonna bake a little bit underneath my contour and my bronzer. I'm using a blush brush, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty Banana Powder to bake underneath the contour area. And we're moving into blush, and I'm using one of my favorite blushes. It's from Tarte in the name Partyyy, and the brush, again, I'm using another dual fiber brush, and it's from BH Cosmetics in the number 34. I just love all the dual brushes because they make my contour, my blush, just so seamless and so like airbrush. That's what I like about it. And now we're going to go ahead and spray our face, and I'm using the e.l.f. matte blotting spray. And I first I already spray my face, but I also spray the highlighting brush to kind of give it that wet look rather than that powdery look. Now we're going to go ahead to my favorite part, which is highlighting, and I am using the Morphe M510 brush, and one of my favorite highlighters is Smashbox and Casey Holmes Spotlight Palette Collab, and I'm using the middle shade, which is Crank It Up Gold. I love this highlighter, especially the middle shade, because it doesn't give no texture. It's just like makes you glowy with no texture. That is amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and move into the labios, the lips, and I'm using a liner to start with. It's a beautiful brown liner called Spiffy. Then I'm gonna move on to a nude lipstick called Boo by Morphe. It's such a beautiful nude color. And to top it off, I am going to go in with a gloss in the name Chill to kind of blend everything together. Right now I'm into more glossy lips. And that concludes this beautiful bronzy glowy makeup look. I hope you guys enjoy. If you